The proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said, "I am the good shepherd. A good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. A hired man who is not a shepherd and whose sheep are not his own sees a wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away, and the wolf catches and scatters them. This is because he works for pay and has no concern for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know mine, and mine know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I will lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. These also I must lead, and they will hear my voice, and there will be one flock, one shepherd. This is why the Father loves me, because I lay down my life in order to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own. I have power to lay it down and power to take it up again. This command I have received from my Father." The Gospel of the Lord.
Our Gospel passage for this Sunday is taken from the 10th chapter of St. John, the discourse of Jesus about himself as the Good Shepherd. And it is Good Shepherd Sunday today. We are reflecting on this intimate love that binds Jesus, the risen one, the Good Shepherd, with us, who are part of the sheep, the flock. In the first reading, we see in the miraculous cure of a crippled man how Jesus, crucified and risen from the dead, continues to exercise from heaven his shepherding love. By the power of his name, this poor, suffering person finally was healed. No credit comes to him. Peter also does not claim any credit. It is only the love that binds Jesus, the risen one, to the flock that made this possible. So even from heaven, Jesus continues to be the loving shepherd, guiding the sheep, especially the wounded, those in need, those who are suffering. In the second reading, the love of the shepherd is extolled by St. John. And thanks to that love, we have a share in the dignity of our shepherd, who is the Son of God. As I said earlier, Pope Francis reminds us shepherds, priests, to be united with the sheep so that we could smell like the sheep. But in our second reading, the reverse happens. We, the sheep, have become children of God because Jesus, the shepherd, who is the Son of God, shares with us his dignity. Oh, what love that makes us unworthy sinners true children of God. And we have better things to look forward to, where at the end of time, it will be revealed that we will be like him. Oh, how difficult to imagine. But this is due to the love of our shepherd for us. In the Gospel, the Paschal mystery, the death and resurrection of Jesus, is described by Jesus himself in his identity as the Good Shepherd. How does he describe his death? He says, "I am the Good Shepherd. I lay down my life for my sheep." That depicts his suffering and death. He lays down his life for the sheep. And he does it freely, he says. "No one takes my life away from me. I lay it down freely." You die for your sheep out of love. out of love. How about the resurrection? Jesus, in the same passage, says, I lay my life freely, I lay it down freely, I take it up freely. I have the power to lay down my life. I have the power to raise it up again, to take it up again. So, he is already prefiguring his resurrection. What a beautiful way, describing his death and resurrection in the context of his shepherding love. If we ask Jesus, what enabled you to die for others? And as a shepherd, he says, I lay down my life for the sheep, because I am not like the hired persons who take care of the sheep out of profit. They just want pay. They don't have any concern for the sheep. Aha, here. Jesus dies for the sheep because of concern. And what type of concern? He says, I know my sheep, they know me. They hear my voice. They recognize my voice. And this is the theme of our reflection. Intimate love, intimate union. In the end, that's the only reason that Jesus had. Why will you die for them? I love them. I love them. They are my own. They are not strangers. They are connected with me. I don't lose my life because I'm giving it for them who belong to me. It is not a waste of life. It is a continuum of life, for it is given to those who belong to me. And then Jesus explains further that this intimate union with us, the sheep, is rooted in his communion with the Father. And this consoles us all the more. The intimate love of Jesus with us will never end. It is eternal. Why? Because his union with his Father is eternal. And for him, that is the root of his love for us. My dear brothers and sisters, we should be consoled. The one who died for us and rose again from the dead for us will not stop loving us, because his love for us as a shepherd originates from his union, loving union with the Father, and that is eternal. And Jesus also claims that because he is willing to die for us, the Father is pleased with him. The Father loves him all the more. The Father, as it were, is very proud of Jesus, because their eternal love between them is now manifested in an overflowing love for the flock, for sinners. My dear brothers and sisters, it is a day of rejoicing. Who are we to merit this most intimate love, which is in the end not a practical love? It is not purely human love. It is divine love. We are loved by Jesus the Good Shepherd with the love that he has for his Father. That never-ending love is given to us. No wonder our shepherd will die for us, for no other reason that we belong to him. And he will freely take us up in his new life, for where he is, he wants us to be. You know, we are all invited to be shepherds to one another. On Holy Wednesday, I was able to visit and celebrate Mass in Parola, a whole community of very poor people. Their houses got burned last March. 3,000 families. around 19,000 individuals, houses razed to the ground. But I was amazed, I was awestruck when they started telling their stories. And there was a constant theme. In the midst of the rubble, in the midst of the loss, the tremendous loss, and imagine these are poor people losing the little that they have, and that little is everything. But what did they tell me? They said, we are still thankful to God. No person died. Our families got separated for a while, and we found each other again after 12 hours. God is with us. God is guiding us, as though telling me, the Good Shepherd is still here, protecting us. And then they told me, and that love of God is affirmed for us because you are here with us now. Your presence makes it clearer that Jesus loves us. My dear brothers and sisters, let us open our eyes. The Good Shepherd is here. Where there is love, where there is the gift of love, He is there, guiding us, assuring us, you are connected to me and to the Father. The Word has been exposed. Let us now fulfill it.